Hi, today we will discuss about Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma is a type of lymphoid neoplasm which arises from germinal center or post-germinal center B cell. Hodgkin lymphoma usually arises in a single or a chain of lymph nodes and spreads in anatomically contiguous lymphoid tissue. What is the difference between Hodgkin lymphoma and non-Hodgkin lymphoma? Hodgkin lymphoma usually arises in lymph nodes. Extranodal presentation is very rare, whereas non-Hodgkin lymphoma can arise in both lymph nodes or extranodal tissues like spleen, liver, CNS, orbit, etc. Hodgkin lymphoma involves single or axial group of lymph nodes, example cervical, mediastinal, para-aortic, etc. Whereas non-Hodgkin lymphoma usually involves multiple peripheral lymph nodes and that also may not be contiguous. Mesenteric nodes and Walther ring rarely involved in case of Hodgkin lymphoma, whereas mesenteric nodes and Walther ring are very commonly involved. Prognosis is overall good in the case of Hodgkin lymphoma, whereas in the case of non-Hodgkin lymphoma, prognosis is variable according to different entities. Also, neoplastic cells are germinal or post-germinal center B cell only, whereas neoplastic cells in non-Hodgkin cells may arise from pre-germinal center, germinal center, or post-germinal center B cell, as well as from T cell and NK cell. There is a very important role of Epstein-Barr virus in the pathogenesis of Hodgkin lymphoma. Almost 40% of classic Hodgkin lymphoma, EBV is implicated as the cause, whereas in non-Hodgkin lymphoma, EBV has Epstein-Barr virus has no role. Now let's study some common features of Hodgkin lymphoma. Hodgkin lymphoma is a kind of homogeneous diseases which are grouped together. These are 5 in number and they have certain common features like there is presence of neoplastic giant cell called Reed-Sternberg cells and they are variants. So there is classic Reed-Sternberg cells which is found in all the classic Hodgkin lymphoma and there are other variants also. Reed-Sternberg cells release cytokines and chemokines like interleukin 5, 10, eotaxin, etc., which cause accumulation of reactive lymphocytes, macrophages, and granulocytes, which make more than 90% of tumor. So, actually, Hodgkin lymphoma has 3 basic features. There is presence of RS cell. There is a background of reactive lymphocytes, plasma cell, macrophages, and granulocyte. And third, there is variable amount of fibrosis. Now the average age of diagnosis is 32 years, but there may be bimodal distribution in developed countries. First phase occurring in young adults and the second peak occurring in older adults about 70 years of age. Classification of Hodgkin lymphoma. WHO in 2016 classified lymphoid neoplasm into 5 subcategories and Hodgkin lymphoma is one of them. Hodgkin lymphoma again has been classified into 2 types, classic and non-classic. The classic variant, the classic Hodgkin lymphoma, consists of 4 different entities, 4 diseases. These are nodular sclerosis, lymphocyte rich, lymphocyte depletion type, and mixed cellularity type Hodgkin lymphoma. The non-classic one has only one entity which is called nodular lymphocytic predominance Hodgkin lymphoma. These 4 are grouped together and are called classic Hodgkin lymphoma. The classic and non-classic differentiation is on the basis of immunophenotype of RS cell. The RS cell of classic Hodgkin lymphoma is positive for CD15, CD30, whereas the immunophenotype of the neoplastic cell of non-classic Hodgkin lymphoma is CD30 negative and CD15 negative. All the Hodgkin lymphoma usually arise from B cell, but classic Hodgkin lymphoma, the neoplastic cell do not express B cell immunophenotype like CD20, CD45. Even CD45 is absent, which is a common leukocyte antigen. In case of nodular lymphocytic predominance Hodgkin lymphoma, CD20 is usually present, CD45 is usually present. Pathogenesis of Hodgkin's lymphoma. Activation of transcription factor, nuclear factor kappa B is a common event in classical Hodgkin lymphoma. Nuclear factor kappa B helps in survival as well as proliferation of the defective germinal center or post-germinal center B cells. Usually the defective germinal center or post-germinal B cells are meant for apoptosis, but the activated nuclear factor kappa B helps in the survival and proliferation of these defective cells, and accumulation of further mutation leads to Hodgkin's lymphoma. Epstein-Barr virus helps in NF kappa B gene activation. So overall 40% cases of classic Hodgkin lymphoma, Epstein-Barr virus is implicated as a causative factor. There may be other factors also. Now the neoplastic RS cell secretes various cytokine and chemokines which cause accumulation of reactive lymphocytes, macrophages, granulocytes. These cells in turn release factors which help in survival and proliferation of Reed-Sternberg cells. So the Reed-Sternberg cells, the neoplastic cells, secrete certain chemokines and cytokine which help in accumulation of reactive lymphocyte and macrophages and granulocyte in the background of the tumor. And these reactive cells secrete certain chemokines and growth factors which again help in growth and proliferation of neoplastic RS cell. So this is a positive feedback loop. Now we will discuss the morphology of Hodgkin lymphoma, the pathological finding. Reed-Sternberg cell and their variant are diagnostic of Hodgkin lymphoma. Reed-Sternberg cells are usually large, 25 to 50 micron cells with large inclusion like vesicular nucleolus and abundant cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is weak acidophilic or amphophilic. Variants of Reed-Sternberg cell. So along with classic Reed-Sternberg cell, there may be presence of some other variant of Reed-Sternberg cell in a particular Hodgkin lymphoma disease, like mononuclear Reed-Sternberg cell. This is the mononuclear Reed-Sternberg cell. It has a single nucleus with large inclusion like nucleolus. This, the central big dot is single nucleolus, large inclusion like nucleolus. Lacunar Reed-Sternberg cells. It has delicate cytoplasm. Okay. The delicate folded or multilobated nuclei is present in the center along with abundant pale cytoplasm. The cytoplasm is disrupted during the tissue processing and it appears as a nucleus which is sitting in an lacuna, an empty space, and this is usually found in nodular sclerosis along with classic Reed-Sternberg cells. There is shrinking of frail cytoplasm around nuclear membrane. So this is the classic Reed-Sternberg cell. It is seen in all subtypes of classic Hodgkin lymphoma, that is nodular sclerosis, mixed cellularity, lymphocyte rich and lymphocyte depleted variety. It is bilobed or polylobed nucleus which appears binucleate or multinucleated. Only in some cases there is actual binucleation or multinucleation. In fact, it is lobation of nucleus. Nuclear membrane is thick and sharply defined, and there is nucleolus which is large, rounded and highly acidophilic, and it is surrounded by a clear halo which gives an impression of owl eye. The two nuclear lobes are mirror image of each other, which again gives impression of owl eye. There is one more variant of classic RS cell. This is lymphohistiocytic RS cell. It is also called popcorn cell. It has polyploid nuclei, small and inconspicuous nucleoli, and moderately abundant cytoplasm. It is seen in lymphocyte predominant subtype. In the lymphocyte predominant subtype, there is no classic RS cell. We will find only popcorn cells, and it is diagnostic of lymphocyte predominant Hodgkin lymphoma. Now we have already discussed WHO 2016 classification of classical and non-classical Hodgkin lymphoma. In classical Hodgkin lymphoma, there is presence of CD15, CD13 positive and PAX5 positive, and it is negative for CD45. PAX5 is a transcription factor which activates the immunoglobulin gene. We will discuss now the individual types of Hodgkin lymphoma. First and foremost, nodular sclerosis, the most common type of Hodgkin lymphoma. It is a type of classic Hodgkin lymphoma which is characterized by the presence of classic Reed-Sternberg cells as well as lacunar variant of RSL. There is thick collagen bands dividing neoplastic lymph nodes into circumscribed nodules. So the name nodular sclerosis is derived from the collagen band dividing the lymph nodes into nodules. So there is extensive fibrosis. Now the neoplastic background is very polymorphous. It consists of T cell, eosinophils, plasma cells and macrophages. Immunophenotype of Reed-Sternberg cells is CD15 positive, CD30 positive, PAX5 positive, negative for leukocyte common antigen and other B and T cells. This immunophenotype is common for all the four types of classic Hodgkin lymphoma: nodular sclerosis, lymphocyte rich, lymphocyte depletion, and mixed cellularity type. It has equal incidence in male and female, and it commonly involves cervical, supraclavicular, and mediastinal lymph nodes of adolescent and young adults, and it has quite excellent prognosis. Next is mixed cellularity type Hodgkin lymphoma. It comprises 20 to 25% of cases. So it is the second common type of Hodgkin lymphoma. Morphologically, there is diffuse effacement of lymph nodes by T cell, a large number of T cell, eosinophils, plasma cells, and macrophages admixed with Reed-Sternberg cells. So the name mixed cellularity derives its name from a large number of reactive background. Reed-Sternberg cell type is diagnostic RSL, that is also classic RSL and mononuclear variant. RSLs are infected with EBV in 70% of cases. Immunophenotype again same to that of nodular sclerosis. It is more common in males and older adults. Prognosis is good. All the Hodgkin lymphoma types are common in males except the nodular sclerosis, which is equal in both male as well as female. Third subtype of Hodgkin lymphoma is lymphocyte rich type, which is an uncommon form of classic Hodgkin lymphoma. Reactive lymphocytes make vast majority of cellular infiltrate, but the lymphocytes are B cell type rather T cell in case of other Hodgkin lymphoma. The lymphocytes are T cell type, but here it is B cell type. And the background is practically devoid of eosinophils and neutrophils. Mononuclear variant and diagnostic RS cells are seen. Immunophenotype is in classical type, that is CD15 positive, CD30 positive, PAX5 positive and LCA negative. It also has good to excellent prognosis. Fourth type of classic Hodgkin lymphoma is lymphocyte depletion type. It is least common form of Hodgkin lymphoma, that is up to 5%. There is paucity of lymphocyte in the lesion and relative abundance of Reed-Sternberg cells and their variants. Immunophenotype is again same. Epstein-Barr virus is found in 90% of cases. So this is maximum here. It usually affects older adults. Prognosis is not so good. Now coming to the last type of Hodgkin lymphoma, which is a non-classical type of Hodgkin lymphoma, nodular lymphocyte predominance type, NLPHL. It is uncommon Hodgkin lymphoma, that is up to 5% only. It expresses germinal B center marker, that is CT20 and BCL6, and negative for CD15 and CD30. Tumor in the form of well developed nodules. The name is derived from this feature. There is nodular effacement of lymph node by lymphocytes and macrophages. Eosinophils are scant and fibrosis is also scant. LNH variant of RSL is seen, that is lymphohistiocytic type, which is also called popcorn cells, as its nuclei resemble popcorn. Multi-lobed nucleus with inconspicuous nucleoli. 3 to 5% cases of lymphocyte predominance type can transform into diffuse large B-cell lymphoma, which is a type of aggressive non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Epstein-Barr virus is not associated with this type of Hodgkin lymphoma, and it usually involves young male, and cervical axillary lymphadenopathy is found. It also has excellent prognosis, like most of the Hodgkin lymphoma. Clinical features of Hodgkin lymphoma are more or less same, like painless lymphadenopathy. Nodular sclerosis, lymphocyte predominance, and those in stage 1 and 2 of Ann Arbor classification are usually free of systemic constitutional symptoms, whereas those in stage 3-4 lymphocyte depletion type and mixed cellularity type usually have constitutional symptoms like fever, weight loss, and night sweat. Hodgkin lymphoma spreads in anatomically contiguous lymph nodes, then to spleen, then liver, and then bone marrow and other tissues. Tumor stage rather than histological type determines prognosis. Unlike other type of tumor or cancer, here the tumor stage is more important than the histological type. Disease is curable in early stages, that is 1 and 2A, up to 90% of cases. Now it is very important to understand the clinical staging of Hodgkin lymphoma and non-Hodgkin lymphoma. Ann Arbor classification is used for clinical staging of both Hodgkin and non-Hodgkin lymphoma, although it is more useful in Hodgkin lymphoma. Stage 1, there is involvement of single lymph node region or a single extra lymphatic site. Stage 2, there is involvement of two or more group of lymph nodes in the same side of diaphragm, that is above the diaphragm or below the diaphragm, or there is localized involvement of an extra lymphatic organ. Stage 3, there is involvement of lymph nodes on both sides of diaphragm without or with an extra lymphatic organ. In stage 4, there is diffuse involvement of one or more extra lymphatic organs or site with or without lymphatic involvement. Also, the prefix A and B is added to the stage on the basis of presence of constitutional symptoms like fever, night sweats, unexplained loss of body weight. See you in the next slide. Thank you.